There are a great many important stories that are playing out that will have dire consequences for the American people, for the peace of the world, from Israel to Ukraine, across the broader Middle East, and of course, here at home. There are many stories to choose from when you are trying to compile a list of what is the most important thing happening today in the United States. I want to show you what I believe is the most important event that played out yesterday. These are the most important words that were spoken in the United States yesterday. And the words that I'm about to show you are not self-pitying words. They are justified and they are accurate, and they describe an appalling and absolutely intolerable situation for any American citizen. Hunter Biden is first and foremost not the president's son. Hunter Biden is an American citizen who is being persecuted and hunted by elements of the American government as a means to hurt his father, the President of the United States. Let me be direct. Hunter Biden doesn't owe you or me or anybody in the United States House of Representatives an apology for anything. Hunter Biden's failures in life, his addictions, his shames, are between him and the people he loved and the people he hurt. He will spend likely the rest of his life dealing with those issues. And his family, like all families who deal with pain, which is something that unites every family everywhere, will find their way through it. The issue at hand is the hunting of an American citizen by American politicians in a campaign of personal destruction that puts the McCarthy era to absolute shame. Think about Hunter Biden through this prism. Would you be strong enough to endure the harassment, the hounding, the smearing every day when you get up and you try to take your first step forward, you try to rebuild, and you are smothered, suffocated, and strangled by reputational attacks, which have, at this point, no basis in reality whatsoever, other than images and pictures of the lowest moments of an addicted man's life, which are fetishized and cruelly celebrated on the floor of the House of Representatives by such unworthy people as Marjorie Taylor Greene. Despicable does not begin to describe it. Now, there have been several impeachments in my lifetime. The first was President Bill Clinton. It was, in the end, one of the most incandescent acts of hypocrisy in American history, orchestrated by two men, Ken Starr and Newt Gingrich, both having their own affairs with staffers. Two impeachments against Donald Trump. One for shaking down the government of Ukraine, and two for inciting a deadly insurrection that sought to overturn the 2020 election and led to the desecration by thousands of the U.S. House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate. And now President Biden is set to be impeached. Over what, you may ask? Nothing. The fertile imaginations of Republican members like Chairman Comer, who work for a man that believes people and dinosaurs walked around together just 6,000 years ago when the earth was created. He's a man who believes anything, or chooses to believe anything, so long as it brings him what he craves most: power. And in the end, that's what this is about. It's a form of war being waged by an extremist movement, and nobody in America is safe from it. What the Republicans have done to Hunter Biden goes beyond a grotesque public bullying campaign. What the Republicans have succeeded in doing is orchestrating the prosecution with political pressure in the name of fairness of somebody who's being prosecuted for charges that there seems to be no other person in the entire country of 340 million people that is ever similarly charged for the same type of conduct. Why is that? How is that? The answer to that question is the corruption of the Justice Department, because senior lawyers in it are putting their fingers on the scale, trying to feel the winds. How will the politics play out? If there are 92 criminal felony counts against Donald Trump, then how many should there be against somebody named Biden? Is not how justice works in America. Prosecution of Hunter Biden is shameful, but it is not nearly as shameful as the political persecution of the president's son. And every father and every mother and every brother and sister and friend should be appalled by it, regardless of your politics, should be appalled by the cruelty of it. There are millions of American families who have a family member who has suffered from addiction and are suffering from addiction. Those lives are not disposable. Those lives have purpose and meaning. And the point of recovery is to recover. It is to find your way back to life. And the courage that that must take is extraordinary. And in a time of profound cowardice, it should not just be recognized, but it should be celebrated. And when somebody with courage is hunted by a coward in pursuit of nothing but the nihilistic goal of destruction, it must be addressed. What is it that extremist MAGA Republicans want of Hunter Biden? A relapse into drug use? Suicide? What does victory look like in their pernicious and cruel game? What is playing out is a harbinger of the season of retribution and revenge. You want to see a tough customer on TV? Take a look at Hunter Biden. Here I am. Good for you. Fight back. And for all of you, if they can do this to the president's son, they can do it to anyone. And you, the American people, are the only force in the world that can stop them.